Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Just surveying the outside of my winery, trying to figure out what's going on. Somebody stopped by here earlier and left this note. If you want to see your wine again, you'll need treasure. Now, I'm guessing based on the voice, it's either false or stress, but when we look in this barrel here, there is a treasure map, a bunch of sugar, another treasure map, and then an extra heap of sugar on top of the first one. Now, I don't know, do the sugars have names? Are these clues? The sugars might be clues. And there's two maps. They're both named 135. Let's go ahead and put the left one in the left slot and the right one in the right slot, just in case this is like some sort of important part. Okay, so one of the maps appears to be a fallback. How did somebody make that X, though? I didn't even know. Oh, you know what? That might be a symbol from another language that looks like a handwritten X. Okay, so we are clearly northeast of wherever this is. So let's go ahead and take our green glass and start going that way. Oh, sun is about to set. You know what? That's going to be okay. We are going to need some time. Wait. If we're... This must be exceptionally close by. Hold on. This must be exceptionally close by if we are having that sort of change. Is it just over there? I was thinking this was going to be a whole thing, but this might not be a whole thing. This might be, like, almost no thing. Which in some places they would call almost nothing. So let's go ahead and check that out. Of course, the sun's getting real low. So we might want to wait before embarking on our journey. But, I mean, how far could it be? I mean, I guess it could be... Wait. Is it literally just, like, over here? What? How am I so bad at this? There's just a barrel right there. We found it. We found the barrel. Okay, what does this say? Put gold in this box and leave for 3 days, then dig down. Huh. Well, I don't have any gold with me. But, like, I'm not sure how somebody actually stole wine from the winery. Oh, no. Did they steal it out of the fermentation vats? That's the only thing that actually makes sense. I'm not really sure I know what's actually occurring here, guys. Like, we are making this up as we go. Because apparently someone else is making things up as they go. But they didn't steal the grapes out of the squishing vats. So that makes me think... They did! Somebody stole the wart blocks out of... Oh, man. I thought they were just being silly, but they actually did take something. Okay, this makes way more sense now. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and get some gold to put in there. Luckily, I've got some extra gold in my bedroom here. Got an extra chest piece, and an extra helmet, and extra boots, and an extra nap. So, and just in case, we'll put a gold ingot as well, just for good measure. Just for great measure. You know what? Great measure is what we want. So, we are going to nom on this bread here. We are going to soak the additional bread in brine. That's how you get bagels. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, gold is in this box. Then leave for 3 days. So we need to go on a 3-day tour. A 3-day tour. Of course, I didn't bring the boat back this time, which will make that 3-day tour a lot harder. But yeah, that's fine. We should probably bring a bed with us if we're going somewhere for 3 days, because we don't want to get attacked at night when we do. But here we go. Here's a bed that we can take with us on our journey for 3 days. Where will we go? That takes 3 days to get to. I don't know yet. It's probably a mistake to go out on the ocean without any real plan, but I guess we're adventuring. La da 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 da. Well, folks, I started sailing toward the west, and I found what appears to be VintageBeef's Cyberpunk city, which is apparently called Three Foxel. So I gotta say, this is pretty cool. He's got some neat signs. I like the combination of the lights and the purple there. He's got these little balconies here. Ooh, some of these apartments don't look like they're rented. This one has a 2-car garage. I should inquire about, like, maybe getting a space like this for myself. You know, it's barely past noon in game. I've only been traveling for less than a half a day, so this is super convenient to the Strait of Gibraltar. You know, so having a little getaway here would be really cool. You know, I gotta say, I love this architecture. I love the diagonal wall on this building. If y'all aren't already watching VintageBeef, you should definitely check out his stuff. I admit to being a little bit behind, but this is looking great. It is amazing getting to walk around and check all this stuff out, and I'm sure that I need to go back and see how he thought through some of these processes, because it's brilliant stuff. Interesting. Yeah. So some of these places are like restaurants and other things. Like here's a little ramen shop, you know, and he's got this little guy with a, like, I don't know what this is, but I love it. It's adorable. So cute. He's got, oh, it's like this is a garage down here. And then there's like factories and stuff over this way. Maybe that's a bakery. This is just a really cool area. Huh. Yeah, and this is just like half a day away. This is half a day away from the Strait of Gibraltar. Wow. I wonder what else I'll find on my 3-day journey. Let's go ahead and continue now. Time skip. Dun 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 bum 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 dun 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 dun. The second day of our journey is about to come to a close, but you know, I found this little kind of sunken ship here, and I thought this might be a good place to set up camp for the night. I don't know, there's torches all over it, which I don't think that they're generated with those. This has probably been explored adequately by someone. We might not be able to pull anything out of the wreckage, but I do see a chest there. Ooh! Hey, a leather cap with the Curse of Vanishing. You don't see one of those every day. That'll despawn if we die. So yeah, let's keep that with us as we go under the water here. Okay, well this forward cabin looks to be pretty well exhausted. I'm worried that we don't want to let the sun set all the way, because we will get hit by a bunch of mobs. Cub Fan has been asking us about our trip, which is a little bit suspicious, because nobody is supposed to know that we're on a trip. I mean, I didn't not tell anyone. Wait. I mean, like, I didn't go out of my way to not tell anyone, but, like, no one was told. So that makes me wonder if he's the mysterious sign placer. We'll find out shortly, I'm guessing. Sun's getting real low. Let's grab this extra sand for good luck. Is there anywhere else? Nope, this entire forward part here seems pretty well done. Yeah, so we'll go down there in the morning. Cub Fan says, it was me, I regret nothing. I gotta let him stop, or not let him stop tapping my telephones. I've gotta stop letting him tap my phones. I don't know. Presumably, he can hear me somehow, and that's not optimal. So let's go ahead down here, check this out. And, okay, so there is a chest here. This one's empty too. Well, at least we found an interesting point of interest. I would assume that if I head back now, since it took me about 2 days to get here, although I made stops, I could probably get all the way back to my base in about 1 day's journey. So I think that we will begin heading back that way. Time skip. Well, there it is, people. That is the sun setting on the 3rd day. So it's time for us to head back to our base, and hopefully when we dig down, we will discover what was going on with all that. I don't have time for people to be stealing all my wine. You know? I don't want to seem whiny about it, but, you know, we have things to do. So let's go ahead and travel back this way. You know, I can go ahead probably and replace the bed on the island there where I had it set up temporarily. While we continue working on that little, kind of, what do you call that? Skylight, I guess you would say. So here we go. Making plenty of progress. Taking this out. Boom, boom. Yeah, let's just put this here. Next problem. Lay your head down and dream. Okay. So now we'll take a boat to the other island where that barrel was. And hopefully we will find some answers. Because if I've learned anything from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, that's what people are generally looking for. And most of the people on this server are people. So, okay. The gold we left is still there. So, this might be a trap. There could be pressure plates under here tied to TNT. There could be all manner of things. So we're going to have ender pearls and be ready to go. We're going to, we don't want to, okay. Thing is, ender pearls take a while to fall through water. So if we throw an ender pearl that way, it'll take forever before we're actually teleported. So we want to throw it along that vector. So I'm going to dig down, be ready to throw this way if we need to. It's a white banner. Oh, that's probably... Okay. That explains how he marked the map, but that doesn't... Well... I don't know what to expect here, but you know what we're going to do is, we're going to add this pillar so that we can continue to descend safely. You always want to use your environment where you can. Is this just Cubfan tricking me into flooding my cave? I think we're too far away. Hey, there's something. Hey, look at that. Joe Hills' fine wine and a bunch of additional sugary goodness and unnamed sugars. So, yay, we did it. And we didn't drown in the process and lose our cap. So, mission complete, I guess. Is there anything else over here that we need to be aware of? Nope. Okay. Well, this definitely seems like a next problem type of thing. So here we go. Next problem. Well, there we go, folks. We have restored our wine to its rightful place in our fermentation vats. Of course, the 4th vat's still empty, just precisely as intended. And I guess we can take this extra sugar. I'm not sure what to do with it, but we'll figure that out later. Oh, and we can stack those maps. There we go. We'll go ahead and remove that so nobody else is confused. I mean, not that I was confused. I was a little confused. But I wasn't so confused that I couldn't get anything done except for do the... Oh, wait, yes. Either way, let's just go ahead and get some of this stuff put away now. Time skip. We have reached the end of the road, that soul sand path that I created from my base in the nether, and one of the reasons I've set it this far was because I wanted to be able to quickly collect more soul sand to build more paths. And I built this vine that I thought would be fine for descending and ascending every time that I needed to retrieve more soul sand. I didn't realize it would be in as high a demand as I had originally planned, and so I need to ascend and descend more often than I thought I would be likely to require. And getting lower and higher on this vine is not fine. There are enemies and monsters that have made it, you know, a problem of mine to move safely. So what I want to do is I want to embrace the threat and begin to accept that it will be inevitable if I do not add some fashion or manner of structure about the vine. And so, like the young people today, I am all about the vine, and so is this stone. I think that it should hold the vine sufficiently. I am actually shocked that we have not been shot yet, but I don't know how long my luck will stand or otherwise hold, so I think that we should not engage in too much rigmarole. We just need to go and ascend as quickly as we can, and then head back down before we have to frown. Goodbye, Ghast. Welcome back, other viewers who are not the Ghast. As you can see, I have managed to kind of confine the vine in such a way as to protect the ascent and descent here. I think it's pretty decent. And, you know, we can just slip down this other unprotected vine, and I can give you a sense of what we've got here. It's pretty simple architecturally. We've got a couple of little porches here that I can kind of snipe any hoglins or any creatures that are causing me trouble without putting myself in the direct, line of fire. Now, of course, with ghasts, I am in the line of fire, so I have to, send the fire line back like that. But, what we have here allows us to gather all the soul sand we need. I've actually gathered a whole bunch of it already. You see this nice big pit we got started here, and I have already created a connection with XP Crafted's area that I think will be quite fruitful. Also, I've added a soul sand, or soul soil, path all the way to the sand mine in Mesa, because I realized for the next part of this, we're going to need a whole lot of glass in order to completely farm a whole lot of bamboo grass, and I don't know. Let's go ahead and give it a pass. Time skip! I guess that's not really giving it a pass. Giving it a pass would be skipping it. We'll give time a pass. That's right, the time skip is real. Now. Engage. We are back here in our hidey hole behind Cleo's base, and I gotta say, you know what? Manufacturing has kind of come to a bottleneck. We've got all this smooth stone, but like 13 sticks left. And I don't know about you, but you can make these slabs easily enough. You start trying to make these armor stands, boom, 2. Not enough. Then that got me thinking, though. What if, instead of using logs to make the sticks, I used bamboo? Well, hey, there we go. That was 4 more armor stands. That's twice as effective. So then I started thinking, yeah, but how could we do this in a way that really gets on Cleo's nerves? So I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, it is Minecraft. What if I build a little train track here, and we put some dispensers with bone meal around the sides, and, I don't know, just kind of choo-choo around. Look at me, I'm a train. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. See, we have these nice little dispensers dropping the bone meal. And then we got these gold rails that make it go really fast. And then before you know it, you got the observers up there getting triggered. And they should then start triggering the pistons. And hey, what's that? Hey, we're accumulating some nice little cozy bamboo here. In the meantime, I can be over here in this inventory just making sticks and whatnot. Hey, there's some more sticks I can make. Super handy. Now, Ideally, what I want to do is hook this up to a bunch of note blocks and have this thing running while Cleo's on the server. So she's like, what is that noise? Or something, like maybe the British equivalent. Oi! Anyone hear a din? I think they say din over there. I mean, there was that whole, like, Kipling Gunga Din thing. I think he was loud. I don't really remember all my Kipling. But you know what? That's not my job. It's my job to just sit on this train and incessantly manufacture enough sticks that I can create all the armor stands that I will need to, I don't know, make ZombieCleo's life perfect forever. Because that's really all of our goal here, right? No ulterior motives. Just increasing happiness, putting a little bit more good out in the world. Any way we can. There we go. Well, folks, I ran this machine until I ran out of bone meal. And having taken the time to go get more bone meal from my skeleton farm, I had a chance to contemplate what worked and what didn't about this. You know, down here, this hopper underneath here, that was my first attempt. It did a good enough job. It collected things and then dropped them in this chest. And now there are things in the chest. And that's been nice. You know, I'm not going to lie, that's okay. Over here, though, this configuration has been far more successful. This is one hopper minecart, which can pull the bamboo straight through the soil for each plant. And, you know, as you can see, it's just dropping them right into these chests here. That was a lot better. So what I'm realizing is going to be the better way to do this. Here, let's just give this a... Well, I was going to say, if we can stop this cart for a second. A better way to do this is probably to take this kind of V shape or U shape here and apply that to the main track. Then set up a longer main track that's single-sided. So we get all these bamboo pushers, pistons, or what have you, all the dispensers on the same side, right? And then we have this cart kind of sweep back up and back down. And I think that'll improve our overall throughput while also allowing us to contain the bamboo better so it more efficiently falls straight into there, which then frees us from the task of sitting in the cart and collecting the bamboo that falls forward. So, why don't I go ahead and get on that now? Time skip. Well, folks, we have our new setup fully operational here. I've outlined where I can, you know, put in a little bit of branding. I've been messing with it a bit because I realized that sometimes the observers wouldn't get triggered if the bamboo happened to all, you know, by just pure chance, have a low max height. So I moved one of the observers down. That seems to be working pretty well. One thing I'm noticing is the ones on the end, these detector rails on the end, don't seem to be triggering twice every time the cart goes past them. So we get higher growth in the other ones a lot of times. That's not really optimal. That's not what I'm going for. So I'm kind of tempted to just rip this whole thing out and replace it with a slightly more rapid pulsing clock. And you know what? That might not be the best thing for the server. And it might make this dog feel that they're a little bit less valuable as a team member. But you know what? I think that we can find a good way to keep this dog busy. Time skip. Welcome back, folks, to ZombieCleo's underground armor stand production facility, a Joe Hills-led production. I was just working on this, making a few slight improvements to the glass color, and you know what? As fun as the dog train was, choo-choo, woof-woof, I realized what we need is a supervised redstone clock. Now, we're not supposed to just leave unsupervised redstone clocks running on the server. So what I've done here is I've connected this redstone clock to an AND gate, which is supervised by this dog. If the dog goes away, then the thing will turn off automatically. So that just seems like a pretty reasonable way to do this. So we just flip that on and off. Let that pulse trigger. This over here continuously. Hey, that's looking pretty good. When it gets high enough, it hits the observer, which fires the pistons. Now, one thing I've added down here is a little bit of a collection area. So all of the bamboo is falling through these minecarts into these hoppers, into these chests, into those hoppers, and eventually routing down into here. Now, I've got a second twice-baked stone thing here, where all the twice-baked stone will route. So what I can do is grab either this material or that material, use the crafting bench, and then dump the outgoing armor stands into there. So let's go ahead and just make some example armor stands real quick. Look at me. Wow, that wasn't very many. But I dump those in here, and that will be split through these hoppers into these several different containers down here that we have. When those are full, I can just come grab them. Now, those don't fill up super fast, but you know what? Actually, I'm also thinking this one should probably be facing the other way so I can view its progress more. Like, we'll just gently put that in there. Boom, there's 14 armor stands in that one. This one doesn't have any yet. Not sure why that is. We'll have to verify. I guess, in theory, if I make enough of these, should be relatively straightforward to tell what's what. So let's just make a bunch of sticks. I do wish there was a way to, like, hotkey certain recipes, because that would be so much faster here. But we're just going to keep letting that run up top. You can hear that it's just ticking away. Boom. Boom. In theory, there's a way to do this where I could have hoppers catch things that I throw rather than put these in the chests. But, oh wow. Do we already use all the bamboo? This might not be fast enough. Or at least not fast enough to do live during one camera segment. But, in theory, these should be distributing to all the points. Interesting. They're not going... Maybe there's just not enough of them to overflow into there yet. Yeah, because this one isn't getting any either. So I guess when this one backs up and that one backs up, then these two will start having priority. So we're not splitting them 50-50. Interesting. Okay. So. Uh-oh. I'm hearing that empty click. Are we out of bone meal again? I might need a more effective skeleton spawner. Well, you just go ahead and get off the plate there, dog. There we go. See, now even though that's pulsing, it's no longer triggering all these observers. Or, not observers, dispensers. So wait, what was the problem? Oh, you know what? We had a case. Sometimes this causes the system to fail. If none of the observers, like if every single thing hits its max height before the observers, which is statistically very unlikely. I thought I had lowered this enough that that would not happen ever, but I was clearly wrong. So let's grab everything we need to head up there and repair this. The solution is going to be to lower the lowest observer another block, probably. Okay, so see where we have this observer right here. We just need to grab this and not let it fall down into a hopper. And we're going to swap that with this block. So we'll just grab this, put it in like so. We'll grab that observer. And is it going to face the right way? Hey, there it goes. Take that redstone. Fun fact, that observer isn't going to observe that block changing. So what we're going to do to just real quickly hotwire this. Actually, we're not hotwiring it. We're short-circuiting it. There we go. Whoops. Oh no, I used the dust to extend the thing, and now it's not going to... Okay. That might have been some poor judgment there, but maybe we can route around the damage. Alrighty, so having repaired that slight glitch with the system, we can go ahead and move our dog here back into the supervisory position. See, he's watching the redstone clock. And now this is just going ahead and growing away. Excellent. I was going to say, I was surprised. I thought I had enough bone meal for this whole segment. And there we go. Now I do. Once we get this really to a place where we're proud of it, I can't wait to see what ZombieCleo says. You know, I should mention, whoops, that ZombieCleo, I asked her to come stop by and check this out. This was her first week of school for the summer, or after the summer holidays in the UK. So... I asked her how exhausted she was and if she had time to collab. And her answer was, I don't know, just dig me a grave somewhere on the server. And so You know, I didn't dig this specifically for her, but hey, now it's a grave. We did it, Cleo. We did it. You may have noticed that this episode was pre-roll ad-free. That was thanks to $200 a month Patreon sponsor, Take V. This episode was also mid-roll ad-free. That is thanks to $100 a month Patreon sponsor, Bioduck. So in lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now provide a poetry prompt for you to explore a concept and then write your own poems that you share in the comment section below. Gravely comedic. I'm sure you can figure out something there. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.